What if I told you that the voice in your head telling you you're not good enough has been lying to you your entire life? And what if I told you that the moment you finally silence that voice, everything changes? Stay with me, because what I'm about to share will completely transform how you see yourself and your potential. We all have that internal critic. You know the one? It's the voice that whispers you're not smart enough when you're about to speak up in a meeting. It's the doubt that creeps in when you're considering starting that business or asking someone out. It's the fear that holds you back from applying for your dream job because surely someone else is more qualified. But here's what nobody talks about. That voice isn't protecting you. It's imprisoning you. I want you to imagine for a moment what your life would look like if that voice disappeared tomorrow. What would you attempt? What risks would you take? What dreams would you chase? Hold that image, because that's exactly where we're heading. When you stop doubting yourself, the first thing that happens is terrifying and exhilarating at the same time. You realize how much time you've wasted. Years of playing small, years of letting opportunities slip by, years of saying maybe tomorrow instead of yes today. It hits you like a wave, and for a moment, you might feel angry or sad about all that lost time. But then something incredible happens. You realize that every single day moving forward is a blank canvas. Every morning becomes an opportunity to rewrite your story. The past doesn't define your future anymore because you're no longer carrying those old limitations with you. The second shift is in your decision-making process. Remember how you used to analyze every possibility to death? How you'd create elaborate pros and cons lists that never seemed to give you the clear answer you were looking for. When self-doubt disappears, decisions become cleaner. Not because the choices are easier, but because you trust yourself to handle whatever comes next. You start saying yes to things that scare you. That speaking opportunity at work, you raise your hand. That creative project you've been putting off, you start it this weekend. That conversation you've been avoiding, you initiate it. Your relationship with fear fundamentally changes. Fear doesn't disappear, but it transforms from a stop sign into information. Here's where it gets really interesting. Other people notice the change before you do. Your energy shifts. You walk differently. You speak with more conviction. You take up space in rooms where you used to shrink. Colleagues start coming to you for advice. Friends mention that you seem different, more confident, more alive. The most profound change happens in your relationship with failure. When you doubt yourself, failure feels like confirmation of your inadequacy. When you stop doubting yourself, failure becomes data. It becomes feedback. It becomes proof that you're willing to try, to stretch, to grow. You develop what psychologists call anti-fragility. You don't just bounce back from setbacks. You become stronger because of them. Your goals evolve too. The dreams you once thought were too big suddenly seem achievable. Not because they got smaller, but because you got bigger. You start setting goals that align with your actual potential rather than your perceived limitations. You realize you've been playing in the minor leagues when you're capable of the majors. Relationships transform dramatically. When you're not constantly seeking validation from others, you show up authentically. You stop people-pleasing and start value-lining. Some relationships might fade, but the ones that remain become deeper and more meaningful. You attract people who appreciate the real you, not the diminished version you were performing. The creative side of your brain explodes with activity. Self-doubt is creativity's biggest enemy. It's the critic that kills ideas before they're fully formed. Without that voice, you become prolific. You try things just to see what happens. You experiment, you play. You discover talents you didn't know you had. Your relationship with money and success changes too. Many people sabotage their own success because deep down they don't believe they deserve it. When self-doubt disappears, you stop unconsciously undermining your progress. You negotiate better. You charge what you're worth. You invest in yourself without guilt. The ripple effects extend to your health and well-being. Chronic self-doubt is exhausting. It's like carrying a backpack full of rocks everywhere you go. When you set it down, you suddenly have energy for things that matter. You sleep better. You stress less. You enjoy life more. But perhaps the most beautiful change is how you treat others. When you're not constantly worried about your own inadequacy, you have space to see and appreciate others clearly. You become more generous with praise, more patient with mistakes, more encouraging to those who are where you used to be. The world doesn't become perfect when you stop doubting yourself. Challenges don't disappear. But your relationship to those challenges transforms completely. You approach problems as puzzles to solve, rather than evidence of your limitations. So I ask you again, what happens when you finally stop doubting yourself? Everything. Everything changes. The question isn't whether you're capable of this transformation. The question is whether you're ready to let go of the voice that's been holding you back and step into the person you were meant to be all along. The choice is yours. The time is now.